There's one technique that I really like and that I often employ to fight procrastination and stay on top of my work. If you want to know what it is, how to use it, and what results it can bring you, keep watching. Hi everyone, I'm Valentina and I am passionate about personal and professional development. I've been working on improving my skills and being a better person, and there's so many things that I want to try out. New ideas always excite me and new tasks always seem so interesting. And you probably find yourself in a similar situation as well. There is an abundance of new ideas that come to my mind, and there are so many shiny objects that can distract me from doing what I should be doing. So it's very easy to lose focus, right? And on top of that, we are so busy every single day and we feel like there's a huge pile of things that we need to do every day. So what do? We prioritize the new tasks because they're more interesting and exciting. And we also prioritize the easy tasks because we want to get them out of the way, thinking that this pile will eventually decrease or go away. But it doesn't disappear, right? There's always something more, something additional, new tasks that we add to this pile, and it's just a never-ending cycle. So we're staying busy, but not necessarily productive, and we react to all these tasks instead of being proactive and thinking about what's next and what's important and the next step that we need to be taking. So what is the solution here? The solution is very simple. We want it all, but it's not efficient to focus on multiple tasks. Instead, we should focus our energy and our efforts on one single task. It seems easy, right? But it's not that easy because there are so many distractions that can pull us from focusing on the task. So this is a muscle that needs training over and over again. So now that we talked about focusing on one task, we can talk about the strategy itself. There are a lot of tools and a lot of techniques out there that I've tried, that I've experimented with, but the one I'm about to share with you now is so simple and so effective, and I'm really excited about that. It's called the Pomodoro Technique. This technique was developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s, and its name comes from the tomato-shaped timer he had. The idea behind it is to set a timer for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. You can set a timer on your phone or use different apps. I use a very simplistic app on my phone and it works great. I like this technique because it's simple and it doesn't feel hard to focus on a single task for 25 minutes. I mean, it's only 25 minutes, right? Now, during the break, I like to get up and step away from my computer. I can get a cup of tea or just look in the distance to relax my eyes. But during the 25 minutes that I was working, I was focusing on one single task. At the beginning, my brain was resisting this because I got a notification that I have a new email that I wanted to check. I also wanted to check social media or make a phone call or somebody texted me. There was just a lot of distractions. But it's only 25 minutes. So I made a small commitment that I am staying within this time frame and I want to see what results I'm bringing. Like I said earlier, it's just a muscle that needs training. So when the timer hit 0, I looked back at my work and I was really surprised by the amount of work I had accomplished. Sometimes it would take me hours to get the same amount of work done as it took me now, just 25 minutes. So I loved it. But look, don't take my word for it. Try it yourselves, set a time, choose a task, work on it uninterrupted, and then look back at your work and see how much you're accomplishing in a week, in a month, or even in a quarter. I think you will really like what you're seeing. So now you might be wondering, okay, well, what if the task takes more than 25 minutes? And yes, it often does. Not all tasks can be done in 25 minutes. So the idea is that if you have a big project, you divide it into chunks of 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break in between. Or something that I do and that I want to share with you is that I don't always take the 5-minute break. And here's why. When I work on a project for 25 minutes, the timer hits 0, I'm ready to take my break, but I find myself to be in the flow, in the zone. Like I understand I want to work on this project and on that task. So I just let momentum carry me through and I don't take a break then. So you can use the Pomodoro technique not just to work and then take a break, but also to help you gain that momentum to finish bigger projects. My current job as a sales director at a real estate company involves a lot of work with numbers, with data analysis, and it just takes a lot of concentration. So it doesn't always make sense for me to get a 5-minute break after 25 minutes of work, just because then I can easily lose focus and it takes time to get back and find what numbers I was working with and where I was pulling that information from. So instead, what I'm doing is I take a break after I finish a certain set of my analysis, after working with a certain area of the data. And that's been proven really, really productive and lucrative for me. Even if sometimes I don't feel inspired to continue working on the same project after the 25 minutes, I will take the break and I will move on to something else. And I will still be okay with that because I gave that task my undivided attention for almost half an hour. So it still moved the needle, it still propelled it forward. And that's why I really like this technique. It's a win-win in either case. So again, give it a try yourselves and see if it works for you. It works for me, but it might not necessarily work for your lifestyle, for your personality, or for your job. I will make different videos with other strategies that I use and that I also like and that are also effective, so maybe you can find something that works specifically for you. But let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to implement and if you'd like to try. And I will be uploading a new video every week, so make sure you subscribe for more value. I'll see you soon.